Welcome to the new episode of Sportsy Let's Aim Sports. Today we have with us a pretty girl from Gujarat who came to Pune, chose to be an Indian professional tennis player, and went on to become the India's number one WTA single and doubles player. Today we have with us Ankita Raina. Ankita has won WTA titles, WTA 125K title, along with 11 singles and 18 doubles titles at ITF circuit. In April 2018, she entered the top 200 singles ranking for the first time, becoming only the fifth player representing India to achieve that feat. Ankita has also won gold medal in women's single and mixed double event at the 2016 South Asian Games and won a bronze medal in singles at 2018 Asian Games. Ankita is India's number one WTA player in singles as well as doubles. Ankita is one of only two women representing India that has won WTA level titles. Please welcome India's tennis sensation, India's top-ranked WTA player, pride of India, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao ambassador, Ankita Raina. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. But please do subscribe on our channel, Sportsy Says, and help us spread the word about Sportsy. We go with the same handle, Sportsy Says, across all the social media platforms. Hi Ankita, great to have you on Sportsy. It's so nice to have you here, and we are going to talk about sports and the amazing journey. Girl who got into tennis to a number one in India. Phenomenal. So congratulations for that, and looking
Thank
forward to
you.
this chat with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. Finally, we got some time. So
Yes,
sorry to
yes.
keep you waiting.
No, but I can understand. It is what it is. The current days, the time is different, and your schedule is so tight. And it's not only about tournament; it is the
Yeah.
days before tournament goes into quarantine, which is the whole schedule for you. So completely understandable. But finally, getting to host you here is wonderful. So Ankita, we have on our channel had hosted so many amazing athletes such as you, but it is so good to have India's number one
Thank
singles
you.
as well as doubles international player, and somebody who has growing in stature day, every month over last few years. It is not only about it's not only about tennis, but beyond tennis, the way you are growing as being ambassador of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, and a lot of social work, social causes that you're associated with, Ankita, it's a great thing, and no better person than you that we can have on a platform for all the aspiration, inspiration, motivation that our viewers need. So thank you to be here.
Thank you.
So Ankita, I'll start with my first question. We have read that you started tennis very early at probably 5 or 6 the age. That's so early that you started. But we have also seen some of your things in dancing. So how did the dancing to tennis happen, and what is the journey that we have to number one?
I actually started at the age of 4, and so as a kid, the parents, for them, they want to put their kids for some or the other activity to keep them engaged, and because kids have so much of energy, and I feel I'm still a kid and I have that energy, but put it into some good, and and that's why I used to play tennis. I used to learn tennis, had dancing classes, Bharatnatyam classes, and I also went to drawing classes. So I used to learn that as well. So I think it was a great thing because it helped me to grow at that time and put my energy into the right things, and gives you um, a chance to explore where, for your, even for your parents to find out what you're interested in or
Yeah.
you're capable in. So yeah, I think that was a good thing. But there's a funny thing which I remember. There's this advertisement. I can't remember what product it is, but I remember it went like, there's this guy who's a boy who's going to school, and his other friend is always asking that, are you going to come to play with us? Khelne aa raha hai, khelne aa raha hai types. And then he's always like, "Arey nahi yaar, mera karate class hai, mera drawing class hai." So I could relate to that a lot because my childhood friend always, they used to be, calling me and shouting below my apartment that, come, let's play. But I always, I used to play, but I always had this or the other class.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a funny memory.
Interesting. And but the best part was, as you said rightly, you had opportunities, and your parents made give you avenues to take care of the energies, which would probably now we know, as you said, you're still a kid, but the way it is getting utilized now, channelized now, I think that energy utilization that time was pretty important. But was tennis the first choice, or you never got a choice?
No, so I think, my mom has always been a sports enthusiast, and while she was in college, university, she competed in inter-college table tennis and athletics. She took part at that level. So I have an older brother who also used to play tennis, and he's the one who started playing first, and I just followed in his footsteps. So I think I also got that support, his support as well, because he was older and he had played the sport, and he played to the national level, so he knew
Mhm.
what uh, competition was and what how the struggle was, somewhat. So I think it was just that once I started competing in the state ranking events in
Mhm.
Gujarat, and then doing well there, or winning the competitions or matches against players or girls who were older than you. So that somewhere gave my mother and my family that idea, that we should support her and
Mhm.
push her. So, and then it went to the national level and so on.
Interesting. So, what has in the whole journey that people say that okay, I this was my aspiration, somebody who inspired you in the journey, or what something motivated you. What were these three factors in your playing career?
I think for me, my role model, my inspiration is my mother. I've always said that. I feel that, the whole family, actually, the sacrifices they've made for me, for my tennis, I feel it's a lot. And I know, like, you're doing it for a family member, but I just sometimes I think that, for me, I'm pursuing this my profession, this my career. So of course I have to put everything I have. But for another person to, sacrifice their, I don't know, ambitions, goals, or their time to relax, for me
Mhm.
is, I feel it's a big thing, because I believe that time is a very precious thing.
Right.
So, a lot of struggles and sacrifices from my mother, from my brother, father, from my whole family. But yeah, I especially always say my mother. So that has always kept me going and kept me motivated, in tough phases and challenging phases, which everyone goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, you played a lot, and you had the national tournaments and everything. But when was the moment when you decided that I'm going to turn professional, and this is where my journey is now? What was that time?
I feel I get this question a lot, and I the answer to this is, it's a process. As you might have known that with sports, results don't come overnight, and even if you have a couple good performances and results, the graph is always up and down, and for us, it's on a daily basis.
Right.
So it was not just like one day or one moment, but like I said, there were performances or achievements that I had, which made which was seen and made my mother believe, that I have the potential. And maybe one of it I can say is when I was 16 and I was selected for the Junior Fed Cup team.
Mhm.
So that was the time I had to also appear for 10th boards. And what a
Yeah.
big deal it is in India.
Yeah.
10th and 12th. You parents just go gaga over it. I
Yeah.
understand, education is important, but if you've been then you need to, you need to do it regularly. It's not just like, 1 year. And yeah, it's just like you don't practice the whole time, and then, a day before the match, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna do everything. So that, I feel, that doesn't work with all
Right.
the things. And there I feel that it was very clear, with my mother's support was totally there, like my family's support. There was no second doubt. And even with my coach, I would say that, he told my parents that playing for a country, this is an opportunity very
Right.
few people get, and they are lucky. And I mean, yeah, I feel very grateful, because it's been a dream to represent my country, and I was getting that chance.
Excellent.
So I can say that incident, yeah.
Yeah. And if I'm not wrong, that coach was Hemant Bendresar, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So there is a long association between a coach and a player with like Hemant Bendresar and you. So according to you, what is the thing that a coach makes or breaks an athlete? What is the impact of a coach on an athlete's life?
I feel that the player or the student needs to have that belief and that faith in the coach. A lot of times, we see players, or even with parents, when they're taking the decision for the player, or the child, they are switching coaches too often, and they're not letting the coach make the decision. I just feel that, if you've gone to this person, and you okay, you take all the analysis or whatever that is before you decide to go to this person or this particular coach. But then once you are there, then I think you need to wholly give him the support and the faith that, what he's going to tell us or do is going to be the best for us.
That I think the
Yeah.
it's very important what you just mentioned. A lot of parents keep changing coaches because they want a overnight success, and it's a
Yeah.
process that you have to believe in. And I think that is something that we get to see with you and Hemant Bendresar for long duration. And I think the
Yeah.
results are started showing, and those results have been with the gold in South Asia in 2016, the bronze at 2018 Asian, and
Yeah.
the WTA's title that you had recently. So while all these things are happening, sometimes you play as a professional individual, and sometimes you play as representing the country for the country team. What has been your most memorable experiences, or which is the best moment that you had up till now?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever I've played Fed Cup and played for the country, otherwise as well, you're representing your country. But it's just that during Fed Cup weeks, you're with the team, you have other Indian players and the coaches and physio, everyone together. So I think it's just the whole atmosphere that makes it so, I don't know, so such a big thing for me. And just having that flag on the shirt or India written behind your back. So some of my matches are, just now that I played in Latvia also were one of my best performances. And then previously, when we played Fed Cup in Delhi, I won against Putin and Zinlu, the Chinese player. And also on the WTA ITF circuit, I've had good wins against Samantha Stosur and Sabine Lisicki.
Right.
So yeah, I think getting these wins was, definitely a confidence booster, and that it gives you the belief that you belong at the top.
Yeah. And if you have to pick one win from all these things, which that could be as your most
One
favorite?
win. Uh, It's tough, but I will say maybe the one that I won in Delhi against Putin Seva.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
because
and
I was playing in India, and we had some home crowd there, so that support. My mother was there. My mama was also there. So I never get that opportunity that, I have family and so many people.
Excellent. So when you're preparing, and one of the reason that you said that, okay, my family was there and we're playing in India, so adds a different kind of pressure. I'll not say pressure; it adds a different kind of responsibility on your shoulder. But as a professional athlete, how do you train? Probably say 2 days before the tournament. Is it more of a mental or is it a physical?
I believe that, it's like I said, it's a process, and there's a routine that you need to follow. So I try and do the same thing even for practice, and so that there's no difference in the match. Because if I do things differently for the match, then of course, I mean, usually also you feel the pressure because you are in that position, and you want to win, and all of that. But I just what it has been for me for the past years is that I try to have my routine, and whether it's with the diet, or whether it's with sleeping on a certain time, or doing particular things. So I just try to maintain that.
Excellent. And just to add to that, as a process or representing the country, and right now we have one of the best enriching tennis, women's tennis era for India with you number one, Sania is there, Kamran is there, Rutuja is there, and so many girls. And we see amazing like Billie Jean King, the tournament that we saw, that the whole bonding, or the Asian Championship, the bonding that you have, it's so amazing. How has that happened? Sania Mirza was the lone flag bearer for so many years, and then now we have an amazing team around. So how has tennis changed according to you, with what you have seen in last 7 8 years of your professional journey in India, and
Yeah.
what is the impact of say somebody like Sania, or it's not Sania, it could be let's say now Ankita going forward. Like how kids get inspired by looking at these kind of situations.
I think definitely it makes a huge impact, and it's very important and necessary, because uh, when I was younger, I think Sania was number one in India. And then, of course, I saw that, and I had this thing that even I want to be India number one. I saw, I think, when she was playing Serena in one of the Grand Slams, and it was in the news on TV. So, you see that growing up. And I feel it's very important to, have an idol or someone who's holding the flag. So, and definitely, I feel tennis has come a long way in India. And what Sanya has done for not only tennis, but just, sports and generally
Yeah.
for female, for women, I think it's really great and commendable. And with tennis, I feel that, and generally in sports, it's you have to stick in there, because results are not going to come overnight, or even like back to back. Okay, maybe if you're Serena or Nadal or Federer,
Yes.
then it's a different thing. But otherwise, you have to just hang in there. And I feel that with all the support I have from my parents, from my sponsors, I'm very grateful that I am lucky that I had that. And
Right.
probably I feel that's an important thing. A lot of players or athletes, they maybe, if they get bogged down, or due to other financial constraints, they stop playing the sport.
Mhm.
That's why it gets tough. Yeah.
Interesting. And just on the same topic, something I saw sometime back on your social media is like looking up to a idol and want to be a number one the way she was, and dancing along with her in her
Yeah.
backyard. So it is a journey, right? It is like it
Yeah.
gives a hope. It gives a hope to a girl who is watching Ankita Raina playing, who is the Indian number one. And one day I'll get to probably again shake legs with Ankita Raina. That is the thing. That how is
Yeah. Yeah.
how is that
I feel
atmosphere?
dreaming is important, and having that picture in your mind is very
Yeah.
important.
And again, always say the sports builds a lot of competitiveness, and we have seen the whole team is really enjoying. Like you girls have actually exploded the social media. Instagram is really exploded the girls tennis team, India's
Yeah.
women's tennis team. How do you keep the competition going and the friendship going at the same time? How does that work out? It is a very good lesson for a lot of athletes who doesn't understand the difference between what is the competition and what is the friendship.
About the social media, actually, a lot didn't come out. A lot was not posted that we did. But yeah, we had lots of fun. Yeah, I think you've put up a very that's a point that's seen everywhere, I think, where competition is. So I just feel that we it's very clear that everyone is there to be the best and to win, but it's just, I feel you have to just keep it to the court. I mean, on court there's no mercy. For me it's completely like that, and I will do everything and anything within the rules and within the sportsman spirit to win the game. But once you're off the court, it you're just normal human beings, and sports is a part of your life. There's a long way to go.
Yes.
So I think, yeah, just being human and kind is very basic, and it comes on the first priority to me more than anything else.
Excellent. And that is so important message for people to understand that how do you maintain the balance? Sports becomes a part of your life and not, and the
Yeah.
competition is there for the field and not to
I
take over.
think when you, if I can add, when, of course, there has to be a competition. That's how you are
Obviously.
going to push each other. But, you know, helping each other, or when other player or compatriot or your friend, whoever it is, they are doing well. And, so being, I think it's a very big thing that, you are happy for them, and that you encourage them, because you might also be in that same
Yes.
position, and you will also need that and expect that. And whatever, if you work hard and whatever you deserve, nobody is going to take it away from you. Whatever is there for you, you will achieve it and you will get it. So that's how I think. Yeah.
And it's a very good thought process to understand that, okay, that it's a typical phrase that say after the game is over, the king and the pawn goes to the same box.
Yeah.
Uh, so it is what it is, and you have to understand, enjoy the game, enjoy every moment that you get, but don't let the competition go down, but don't let the humanness go down as well. On those lines, Ankita, it's just switching the topic that you've been a brand ambassador for Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, which is a completely human factor. You grew up in Gujarat, then moved to Pune for everything, and for the state of Gujarat, you are the brand ambassador. Uh, what is the responsibility that you feel that you have being a brand ambassador of that initiative?
I feel that, so many girls, like you mentioned earlier, looking up and looking to an idol, or whether it's sports, or whether it's any of the profession. So them, it's always, like I mentioned, it's always important that you have an idol. And back when I started, I think it was, I mean, there were couple of girls competing and playing tennis, or playing sports, I would say very few. But then over the years it has changed. And I think, as being a brand ambassador for that, I just feel that all those girls, little girls who are looking up to me, I have to, not only on court but off court as well, uh, keep them motivated, and hopefully more and more girls come up. Yeah.
Right. And I think it is very important for us to always we have seen, right, the girls have fared so well at, than boys at all the international level for India, right? If you look at Olympics, Asians, we have always been the medals and everything has been
Yeah.
brought to the to country by girls. So I think this is
Telling.
something amazing. This is something amazing, and there's a grit, there is a focus, there's a different kind of characteristics that are there. The only thing is that there's a talent. It just needs the opportunities that can be enabled, and a person like you enabling those, at least giving a hope to dream. I think that is a very important thing, like hope to dream. Uh, so
Yeah.
on this,
I feel that it shouldn't just be that, like, because girls, women, how I'm sure it's very clear that how it is, how it's been in the past, in the society, and how it has changed for women. So it's you're not first. I think first the thing was that letting the girls to have education, which is a very basic thing, and then it went on to a woman going in pursuing different professions. So it's not now it's not just like save the girl child and make them educate them, but like I want to say, like, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, and Beti Khilao, because, like you
yes,
said, we had the most number of
yes.
medals every time. So,
Yes, and
yeah.
Beti Khilab is so important that I think those are the girls who are going to get all the accolades that we need, and it's a healthy environment that gets created. So amazing. And when we talk about there's a hope to dream. What is your dream? Where do you see whenever it is after 15, 20, 25 years when you hang your boots? What do you dream for Ankita Raina by then?
I think I always had, like small goals, or like I can say milestones, uh, being India number one, playing in the Fed Cup team, playing for the country, and of course, being a tennis player, winning a Grand Slam, and winning gold medal at Olympics is. I feel anyone who pursues sports, they have this dream. So that is what I'm preparing for and looking for.
And we wish that day is not far away, and that's going to come very soon. So Ankita, just coming to the current schedule that you have in the current pandemic, that you've been having a lot of tournaments, and you got to play, but there is a big thing that we have is bubbles, living in the bubble and then getting ready and playing. So this is the area that I want to talk about, because a lot of people have the questions about how do you live in the bubble, and what kind of thing keeps you mentally and physically sane. I'll not say fit, I'll say sane. uh,
Yeah, I think we also, even with lockdown, I feel when everyone throughout the country, we had to be indoors. I just feel it's important to have a routine, regardless of how the day is going to be. Just because there's lockdown, or you're not going to the office, or being able to go to the ground, still you need to adjust to the current situation, and make changes, and uh, try to have a routine and make sure that you follow that routine. With bubbles, the thing is that you're restricted to going to the courts and back to the hotel. I mean, to be honest, generally when we used to be in the tournaments, we didn't get much time. If you're competing throughout the week, you didn't get a chance to step out. Maybe, yeah, maximum would be going out for a dinner to a place that you like, or shopping center, something like that. But now it's very restricted. You're eating at the same place throughout the tournament, and so yeah, that those are some of the things. And then once you come into the bubble, you get tested, and then you might have to isolate till you get your test negative. So I feel that yeah, first is it's important to have a routine, and then, yes, reaching out to your family and friends, staying in touch with them. And then I feel that in case when you have time, like bubbles is during the tournaments, but otherwise now when there has been a lockdown for the second time, I think we can use this time to explore, what are our interests, or just I feel there's a lot to learn out there. you know you can either read, or you can just go on YouTube. Now we have the technology is the best at the moment, so you can make the most use of it. Whether you want to learn something online, there are classes and everything's available online. So I feel you should use this as an opportunity to grow and put to the best use.
Very rightly said. And is there any, you spoke 2-3 times about having a routine or something. So is there any
Yeah.
specific mental routine that you have which just keeps you calm?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a routine even, generally, as an athlete, and I am someone who's always been like, uh, I have to do these things, or disciplined, you can say. So I have my routine. I wake up, and then I do meditation, yoga. I mean, now that I was here in Spain in quarantine, so I had a lot of time. So I would do my meditation and yoga, and post breakfast I would and then I would read for a while, and then do my exercises. Also watch some tennis matches, watch something funny or to relax, and then read about something that I don't know, or that is something new to me.
Right.
Yeah, so I felt like I got this time and opportunity, which usually I don't do.
Correct.
I also did like dance to donate. It was a kind of a charity kind of a thing. So so I basically used the time to do all the things that I've been wanting to, because even to like have the time to read a book peacefully, because
Yeah.
otherwise you're always in
On the
a
move.
rush. Yeah.
So very, very nicely said. And when we are talking about all the tournaments and everything that you're going, and we don't know till when this kind of situation will there, but the tournaments are not going to stop. The Grand Prix are not going to stop, or the Grand Slam is not going to stop. So, which is your favorite Grand Slam?
Wimbledon.
It is just the
Grass. I mean,
grass.
I like Austrian Open also, but and I mostly play on hard. Most of my
Yeah,
tournaments and results have been on hard court. But yeah, grass, Wimbledon.
interesting, interesting. And so when we are talking about, okay, this is my favorite court, this is my favorite tournament, and everything is there, and that is what you dream for, and you are trying to achieve your dream. So just last couple of questions is, one question is about, while you were dreaming about all these things, was there any specific message or some advice that you got which really changed your outlook from anybody, your
Of
mom,
course,
your
I
parent, your
mean,
coach?
I feel, I'm still learning, and I'm always learning. And like you said, it's a journey even in this. I mean, knowledge is something that you can never,
Yeah.
I don't feel one lifetime is enough to know all that exists in this universe. But many things, and if I have to share one or two, it would be definitely success is something you shouldn't chase and run behind. If you do something passionately, if you do something effortlessly, if you are engrossed in something, and you're not doing it to earn wealth, or to get fame, or to get success, then you will perform it to the best.
Hmm.
And I have seen this, I would say, throughout my life so far, and even recently I read it in a book, and I feel it's very, very much true.
Hmm.
And so yeah, definitely that is one thing. And another one would be that just being in the process, regardless what you're doing, if it's sports, or it's, you want to be a CEO of a company, You have to be in the process, and there will be challenges, and it's just how best you come out in that situation, in that challenge. I think it was also one of the things that Sania told me recently when I was, with her during Fed Cup in Dubai. Before that, yeah.
So and so well said that these are the very important things. And so you spoke about your mom being your role model and icon and everything. But other than that, from the sporting journey, okay, we heard about Sania also being your role model. But
Yeah.
who is somebody else that you really admired as an athlete, male, female athlete, in your journey?
I would say tennis was, of course, apart from Sania, it was Serena Williams and Rafael Nadal.
Okay.
Um, from a very young age, I watched Serena's matches, and I watched when I was 14. I think I was in Australia for this junior event, and I got the opportunity to see Nadal. So, yeah,
Nice. And did
both
you
of
ever
them.
imagine yourself playing any other game than tennis? And if yes, which that game could have been?
No, I have not imagined that. Yeah, just tennis. I think that's always been
Yeah,
tennis.
excellent. Angita, my last point to you, last question to you is, what is the message that you want to give to the all the young girls who are playing and aspiring to be an athlete or uh, any sport, and what kind of legacy that you want to leave behind?
Yeah, I just want to say this thing which I already shared is that, just you have to be in the process, regardless of what it is. I feel it's also important to dream that you dream, and you have big dreams, regardless of what um, people say. People around you sometimes they might laugh at you, or whatever past comments, but uh, have big dreams, that is for sure. And I feel that, yeah, it's important that you stay rooted, stay grounded, and help the people around you, because sports and career is, just a part of your life, and there's more more than that to
Mhm.
it. So yeah.
And what kind of legacy you would like to leave behind?
um I just want to be the best version of myself, I would say. And I think
Excellent.
everyone should look for that. There's no competition with each other, or with another person or another gender. You just have to be the best of yourself, and that's all. That's in your that's very much in your control. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And I just trying to end on a little lighter note. Who is your best dancing partner? We have seen so many of your dancing partners.
uh
Rutuja told us that she just did hula hoop because she couldn't do any other dance move. And
no, that's she can't do a dance move. That's not true. Rutuja dances really well. She dances very effortlessly, and she's very funny. But yeah, I've had couple friends with whom, on the tour we've danced together and made videos. So it's been fun. It's just about enjoying the moment. I don't think it's fair to just choose one person. As long as you enjoy the company, that's what matters.
it's very well said, Ankita. Thank you, and it was wonderful talking to you. And wish you all the best for all the
Thank you.
success. It's not as they say, it's not easy to be reached number one, or probably sometimes it is easy to reach number one, but it's not tough. It's very tough to maintain that. And you are doing it
Yeah.
effortlessly. Keep doing that. Keep shining high. Lot of accolades need to come from your side. We all are rooting for that. And
Thank you.
keep safe in all this travel that you have with so many tournaments and the bubble.
Yeah.
Just just keep inspiring everybody, all the girls, all the kids, all the athletes. and let them dream to have a dance with you one day.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ankita. Take care and stay safe.
Take care.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. But please do subscribe on our channel, Sportsy Says, and help us spread the word about Sportsy.